Hello, in this video we're going to be talking about the nucleus, so let's not waste any time, let's get right to it. Now when we're talking nucleus, hey, we're talking the command center, the brains, the control center, the thing that runs the entire operation. So if you want to think about a job or position, you think about a town like the one I live in, Lockwood. You can think about the mayor. You can think about the governor of a state, president of a country, boss or owner of a company, anything like that. And the reason why the nucleus gets that title is because it stores the genetic material. Everything that the cell is about. It's about those chromosomes and the processes that they either create or have to go through. Makes the nucleus super important. Now we'll look at it in the next slide. There's a picture there, but the nucleus kind of has some parts or sections. Starting from the outside in, it does have a membrane. Okay, it does have a little envelope that kind of sets in. But it does have a membrane, those phospholipid bilayers. It's got pores, and those pores are super important because that allows resources to come in and out that either the chromosomes might need or the nucleus itself might need. And of course, hopefully you're familiar enough with chromosomes to know that we have 46 pairs, but each organism will have a different amount. Continuing with the nucleus, here's that picture that I promised you. There you can see it's got more than just a nucleus. You can see the endoplasmic reticulum there, and in the envelope, the membrane, and of course all that light purple is the nucleus, and then the kind of the ribbon-looking thing, that's the chromosomes. And now let's talk about that dark circle there in the middle, like the little eyeball. That's the nucleolus. Okay, that's a special section of the nucleus, and it has a super important job. That's where ribosomes are made. So if you're an organelle that makes ribosomes, which are undoubtedly one of the more important organelles, then you're a pretty important organelle yourself. But again, the phospholipid bilayers I mentioned, it does touch the endoplasmic reticulum, or endoplastic reticulum touches it, and of course the pores that I mentioned that allow substances to enter and exit. Whatever the resources the nucleus might need, the pores are there to let them in. Okay, now when we're thinking chromosomes, my stance on multiple names for the same thing, but in this case it's the same thing, but it has different names at different stages. When we're talking chromosomes, chromosomes are the names when they are just super compacted. Those X's that you can see, which is in the upper left hand corner of that picture right beside me there. When they're in that stage, that's the chromosomes. But when they are unraveled or uncoiled, okay, then it's called a chromatin. And chromatin is simply the stage where it's not super compacted, but it still has the protein rollers. Those proteins, those little blue circles that you can see in the bottom right hand corner of that picture. That's the name given when it's not compacted, okay, but it still has those protein rollers. Those protein rollers are how you would fold it in such a way to make that super long DNA strand compacted enough to be able to fit neatly into the cell with all the other chromosomes. The picture on the far right in the white background, those are pictures of the paired chromosomes. That's also called a karyotype. And of course, chromosomes aren't those fabulous colors. They've been stained so you can see them more easier I should say. But that's the idea of a karyotype, showing you those paired chromosomes. Well, that's our video over the nucleus. Next time we get together, take a peek at my list here, we'll be talking about ribosomes. So we'll see you then.